You like to get in front of me, yeah? Okay, yeah.
You Ben first, this guy. Yeah.
Virgil, good afternoon. Your manager has just told us that you're in fire as a squad, in training and in matches as well. Is that the way it feels, that you're coming into form at the perfect time of the season?
I think we've been doing pretty well all season. I think obviously we had a bit of a little period, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, where we didn't play as well as we wanted, but I think overall we have been consistently throughout the whole season playing very well, and we have to just keep it going until the end of the season.
Manchester City get asked a lot about the quadruple being on, but every week goes by, you're a step closer to what would be a huge double. Can you win both trophies this season?
We're still in the race, so it's possible, of course. But I think it's still a bit too far to think about it. We have to take it game by game. We know that any points that we drop or any slip up can cost us, and that's the same for them. So the only thing we can do is just keep going, and it starts tomorrow for us in the Champions League as well.
And Mo Salah ended something of a personal goal drought on Friday night. How's his mood been around training the last few days?
Well, fantastic. He's always lively. He's always happy and wants to work hard. Always gives everything for the team, and I think that's what's Liverpool all about. Everyone's giving everything for the team, for the club, and obviously he didn't score for a couple of games, but I think that the pressure or the talk that only came from the press and from the media, he was playing well. He was very important for us, and he's still having a fantastic season, I think.
Thank you.
Virgil, your manager was speaking just beforehand and said it was a strange game last season against Porto. That was your first Liverpool European experience against them. We've seen what's changed with Liverpool this season, but the two teams, again, they're battling, aren't they, for domestic honours. So what'll be different about Porto this time?
Well, we know it's going to be very tough because they're in the quarterfinals, because they deserve to be in it. They have been playing well throughout the season as well, I think. And it's going to be hard, and obviously they don't want to experience what they experienced last year, so they're going to try and do everything that's to not let that happen. And I think the most important thing for us is, like what we always do, is just focus on ourselves, but obviously remember what we're going to face, a very tough team, and that's the mindset, I think.
But do you feel that Liverpool will still go into this tie as favourites, because it was the team that most people wanted to face when that draw was made?
Well, I think Liverpool is, as a club, but also if you look at the whole season and the results we have at Anfield especially, we are going to be favourites tomorrow night. But I think that's something what we almost experience every game, and we have to just enjoy it and obviously perform tomorrow night, because that's the most important thing. And
we all know you and Manchester City are in the battle for these, for Champions League and obviously Premier League as well in the FA Cup. But do people, so from a player's point of view, do people underestimate, fans, people like us in here, underestimate that? Do you have time to think about what's going to happen in 2, 3, 4 or 5 weeks' time? Or is it because your routine is so heavy, your schedule is so heavy, that you actually don't have time to think?
Well, sometimes you have time to think, obviously, but I think what I said before, and I can say it every time, it's game by game. Tomorrow is going to be a big game, because we hopefully set a base and to take with us to Porto, because you know how tough it can be over there. But in the Premier League, we know that any points drop, any slip up can end our title dreams, and so the only thing we will do is focus what's ahead of us, and tomorrow that's Porto, and after that will be Chelsea, and that's the only way we should think, and that's what we try to do as well.
Virgil, we know you've got a squad full of really talented footballers, but what's the secret to this durability that you've found over the past few months, where you're winning matches with late goals and just managing to find ways to win?
I think what you said, we have so much quality in the team, we have so much talent, but I think the hard work that we put in also every day in training, but during the whole game, the strikers that keep pressing, keep defending well, our midfielders that keep running and doing everything for the team, and obviously play well when we have the ball. But so yeah, I think working hard for the team, working hard for each other, wanna go the extra yard for your teammate, and I think that's something that's very important, and it has been showing it already throughout the whole season, I think.
These are all big matches now, whatever the competition. But you touched on it there. There's no room for manoeuvre in the Premier League. You just can't afford to slip up at all. But this is over 2 legs. It's cup tie football. In some senses, does that give you the ability to play with a bit more freedom, perhaps?
Well, we should play with freedom anyway. I think also in the Premier League, because otherwise we can't show our qualities properly. But I don't think there's any time for slip-ups in the Champions League either. What I said already, they're in this at this stage because they deserve to be in it, and they're gonna be, wanting a little bit coming for revenge as well, because they don't want to experience what happened last year. So, we just need to keep doing what we've been doing almost the whole season, and that's playing well, defending well, and obviously enjoying every bit of it as well.
Just hearing from the manager before, and he's making the point, the sun is shining, spring is in the air, everything is good. Do you get the feeling that this could be your time? It's a great team, talented footballers, finding ways to win it, as if this really could be it for you this season?
Hopefully. That's the only answer I can give you, but yeah, everyone is dreaming of it, and the unlucky bit for us is that some other team in the league has been amazing as well, and obviously for a neutral Premier League watcher, I think is a great view. It's nice to see 2 good teams challenging for the title, and so hopefully it can all be something great in the end of the season, but we can already keep our heads up very high.
Okay. Ziad.
Virgil, you're used to having Andy Robertson next to you most of the time. He will be missing tomorrow. First of all, how much of a miss is he? And secondly, is it a blessing in disguise? He has a great engine, but he needs to rest sometime.
No, we won't miss him at all. No, of course he's gonna be missed. He's been I think together with myself, we've been playing I think from the back 4 most of the games, and for me personally, obviously, he's having an amazing season. I think he's the best left back in the country, and we definitely gonna miss him. But it is what it is. I didn't play against Bayern, and Fabinho obviously did the job fantastically. So someone else needs to fill his spot tomorrow, and I'm very confident that will be fine.
And of course, usually, the season is strange. It seems that the team that they play home first has an advantage. Do you think it will be an advantage playing first at home rather than the second leg at home?
I don't mind, to be fair. Yeah, obviously against Bayern it worked pretty well, but last year against Porto it worked pretty well when we played away first too. So we just have to be ready for the fight, try and keep a clean sheet, and hopefully score some goals. And if we don't, then we need to finish it over there.
Okay, Tiny, the gentleman at the back of the room.
Hi Virgil, a question for Sport TV Portugal. What do you think about this FC Porto squad, and which players do you think are the most dangerous in their team?
I think FC Porto is a very good team. They deserve to be in the quarterfinals. They have great players. They defend all together. They press well, and I think they also in the league they're a bit in a similar situation as us. They are obviously second with on point difference, but yeah. So we need to be ready for a tough game.
Okay, gentleman at the back over there.
Hi, a question for TVI in Portugal also. The fact that you beat Porto so easily last season, the 5-0, what kind of impact can it have psychologically on both squads, in your opinion? Is it dangerous to think, for example, that everything will be easy or Porto will want a revenge? What do you think about all these kind of things?
Well, I think we as players, we know how things work. You can play a team, win 3-0, but you can the week after or 2 weeks after something change and you can lose the game. So I think the most important thing is that we know what we're gonna face. We need to be ready for anything that's coming, but we need to show what we've been showing throughout the whole season, and that's been playing well, defending well, and getting a result, and hopefully go through to the semis.
Hi Virgil, Igor Gonçalves 00 from Portugal. You spoke about the dangers of Porto, but I want to ask you about one specific player. I want to ask you about Militão, because you are one of the top defenders in the world. Militão is appearing this season in Porto, now he's going to Real Madrid. I want to ask you what you know about him, what you admire about him, and if he can be one of the dangers from Porto.
To be fair, I don't know too much about him, but obviously he's making the transfer to Real Madrid, so he must probably be a very good player. So we're gonna look at what we're gonna face personally, the players we're gonna face, the quality, strengths, everything. So we're gonna be ready anyway. But what I said before, if he's getting a transfer to Real Madrid, he must be a player that's not too bad.
Okay, any final questions for Virgil? Oh, one in the middle there.
Take your time, mate. Take your time.
Hi, Virgil. Joining the campaign halfway through last season, but then coming in this season from the start, have you sensed a difference that you can really say this is your campaign, maybe as opposed to coming in halfway through last season?
Well, last year I was also involved, so it was a bit of my campaign as well. But I understand what you mean. But I think to come in at such a stage, and I think we already achieved quite a lot in that short little period, was obviously something that I was really proud of, and I was definitely looking forward to this season, and this season has been going not too bad either. But at the end of the day, we still got nothing at the moment, and we have to still keep working. And but things have been happening pretty quickly, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Just a break.